friends, welcome back to the frequency. I've been having kind of a more sacred night, and I've stumbled across some truth that's gonna get you thinking and really kind of help people out there, a lot of people. My friends, I was reading the Colburn Bible. I really love the Colburn Bible. Go check the Colburn manuscripts out if you haven't yet. And repeatedly throughout it, it was talking about the affliction of man, right? And that earth is a place not for leisure, not for comfort, but a place of striving. Earth is a place where man must go till the field and overcome many things, right? So that he can discover and awaken his soul, right? So he can learn to know thyself as an infinite, powerful creator out here. And this idea is reflected heavily, cross-culturally, in the Bible, for instance, right? It talks about the Son of Man who was purged in the fire of affliction, right? And his gold was purified in the fire of humiliation, right? And it's talking about, I don't know, whatever, I forget, but everywhere I look out there, it's always talking about the affliction of man. And most people got shit backwards out here. Most people think that people who have great issues, great problems, that suffer with great addiction, that suffer with great psychological, emotional issues, right? For instance, like severe depression, right? Severe addictions. Like, the bigger your demons, it's because the bigger, usually, it can point to the fact that the bigger your life force in the beginning, the bigger your light, the bigger the dark. My friends, the more severe your affliction out here, the more severe your struggle, is usually a sign that you're a stronger soul. Take these two notes of reference before you judge that statement. The first one is, most people who never get into drugs, who never really get addicted to things, just kind of do what their parents said, and they're really good kids, you know, and like never venture too far out of the way. Yo, they're innocent and kind of like the immature individual. Right? The mature individual's out here trying to go for adventures, try everything, have every experience, right? And you get into trouble when that happens. And this whole experience on Earth is actually a process of getting into trouble, losing yourself, forgetting who you are. This whole experience on Earth is about you venturing into the darkness, right? Venturing into this realm. And completely separating from what you were. Very few find their way back, but when they do, they have the respect, appreciation, and knowledge of what they are. Secondly, so the first one is like, like older souls are like, more powerfully energetic people who have the potential to discover themselves, to really align with the true harmonic out here. They're going to get into more shit because they're more adventurous, they're easily addictive, right? And usually they're harder on themselves. They have greater wars to fight. The second point of evidence is, the greater the scars, the greater the man. I've never seen a strong person without many scars. I've never seen a person who is aligned with themselves without them having fought for that. Because, my friends, the life of comfort and leisure and security and just that lull of safety, right? That is ultimately death. You stop growing. Growth happens under severe pressure and resistance. How do you grow your muscles? resistance. How do you grow your soul? How do you grow your character? Resistance. The greater your battle, my friend, do not despair. The greater your battle means the greater your calling. The greater your battle, the greater your calling. I fought with many things within me that just like, I'm so gifted in one hand. And in the exact opposite hand, I have these hindrances, these killer things that like I've attacked. I've tried to uncoil and like distance myself from or overcome in every way, over and over and over and over, right? And it just like to the point where it's like you're losing it. You're losing your mind. And like that's like an extreme abstract kind of case. I don't really want to get into my sob stories right here, but like what I'm telling you, my friends, is the greater your battle, the greater your calling. The greater your war, the greater your soul. My friends, a strong person, a strong character, the awakened soul only manifests and comes forth from severe resistance. Great men are born from the hardest times. The easiest times give birth to the weakest men that cause and bring forth those hard times again. This is the cycle. This is the procession of the equinox, my friends. Right now, if you're awake, you're awakened. You've gone through the fray of it by yourself, with the blinders on, being poisoned since day one. Not a single individual out here that's keeping you straight, that's telling you how it is, that's teaching you this is a human body, this is how you use the body, this is how you treat it well, this is what you are and who you are. No, you've had to figure out all that on your own. Sorry if my eyes are doing something weird right now. I'm using a new like camera thing, and it's like it just seems to be like blowing up my eyes all of a sudden or some effect. But the hardest times build the greatest men. And to rediscover yourself in a world of darkness is one of the hardest battles you can take, especially when you're fighting disease, addictions, poisons and toxins, unhealthy and dangerous environments all the way without a guide. You see, if someone came up and took your hand and led you to the palace of white light, the palace of peace, the palace of purpose, the palace of authenticity, the palace of love, someone has led you there, you wouldn't know what it is. You wouldn't know what it's worth, and furthermore, you wouldn't know what you are and what you're capable of. He who is within you is far greater than he you see out here. So to all those people fighting wars, fighting battles, we all have our battles. Some are just in a... I know, I feel for you. And like, I was guided to this message right now for probably a reason, right? Like, I've been there. And like, I don't know what you're facing, I don't know what you're going through, but understand that affliction forges the great and awakened individual. Your greatest potential is realized through the furnace of affliction. Welcome to earth. Welcome to a place of striving. Welcome to a place that's not about the easy path, it's about your path. And don't rip on yourselves, right? Shit, even if you were, horrible... Imagine you were a horrible heroin addict. Maybe you are, right? For 5 years. Something that you're so ashamed of. You're just so ashamed of it. And that shame always brings you back to it. It puts you in the same addiction patterns. Like, you can't tell anybody. You don't want to face it. Like, you don't know what to do. You will and can overcome it. believe in yourself slowly, and never lose sight that it's possible. Okay? Because when you overcome that, I forget the song. What song is that? Whatever. A good song back in the day, this rap song, this 7-year heroin addict, right? He was in a fight with something that almost took his life. But overcoming it is what gave life back to him. And he said he never would have had it if it wasn't for that struggle, that war, and his triumph. My friends, you can either triumph or fall. As long as you never stop fighting, as long as you never lose hope, as long as you keep putting foot in front of foot and knowing a destination, no matter how lost and no idea where we are and what trails to take, we know that, that's the light in the tunnel, that's darkness behind me, I'm going this way. And just keep treading, just keep walking. Understand what is actually going on. My friends, this perspective I'm trying to give you right now is very powerful. All affliction, your struggles, what you're trying to overcome is seen in a new light. When you can see things in a new light, especially your greatest battle, everything changes. Everything changes when you shift your perception and perspective of the situation. This is alchemy. My friends, all you guys out there fighting your wars, keep on fighting. It gets easier. Foot in front of foot. Better each day. And know, the greater your war, the greater your calling. As long as you don't fall down, you're destined for greatness, my friends, because he who is within you is coming out. He only comes out when there's a desperate need, when there's an absolute sense of urgency, when you're on the brink of choosing life or death, darkness or light. When you're at that point and you make your decision, you're unlocked. Think about that. Thanks for watching. This is Reality Files. Hell yeah. I'm going to start doing Facebook and YouTube Live. I actually made an entire 1-hour video today. A 1-hour presentation about what is true health.